Hey, what's up, everyone? Ra here from Red Ninja Multimedia Productions. If you've ever used Nomad on mobile, you know how clean the reference image workflow is. You lock it to your view and you sculpt. Well, I built an add-on that brings that exact workflow into Blender, and today I'm going to show you how that works. Okay, so let me first show you how to install it. So you would drag your zip file directly into your Blender and it's going to install it. You just have to confirm that it's being installed from your disk and hit OK. You know it's installed. Now, once you've installed it, find it in your N panel, side panel. Just hit N key, scroll all the way down, and you'll see reference lock. Okay, so first thing you want to do is add a reference slot, which will be this plus button right here. It's going to add your front view. Now you do have access to multiple views that you can add. So when you press it again, back view, right view, and left view. And if you press it 2 more times, it's going to be your top view and your bottom view. Top and bottom, those things are, let's just say, if you're going to model, let's say, a car or an airplane, having these views will be perfect because you can get that under detail and that topmost detail. This can also work for a character, but it all depends on your needs. But it's there just in case. But for now, I'm going to remove those. Okay, so we have our reference slots open. Now we got to occupy them with images. Hit open. Scroll to your images. All right, so now I got all images loaded in. Now I just gotta make the images on the correct slot. So for our front view, go front. All right, so now that you have your images set, now we want to load them and update them into our scene. So start with our front view. All right, perfect. Now we have our references loaded in. Now here's where the magic happens. I'll hit start lock view, but wait, depending on what view you're in is what view is going to be locked. So if you want your left view to be locked, of course, stay on your left view. But most importantly, it's always good to start with your front. So we're going to always have it locked to our orthographic front view. Now, watch what happens when I sculpt. So there's no interference that can possibly happen because all of your 3D navigations that's in the third dimension will not interfere because of your viewport being locked, your orthographic view being locked. So you don't even have to worry about that. There's no way you can mess it up. And also, it will let you know what view you're in. So if you're in your front, you got your 3 for your right view, 7 for your top view. So let's just say that, we have all our independent views, and now you can flip to the opposite. If you hold control and hit 1, that'll be your back. If you do that for 3, that's going to be your right view. That'll take you to your left. Top view, it's going to take you to your bottom. All right, perfect. So now let's go over these settings. So you can change the size of your reference image just in case if it's not correctly fitting or you're trying to go for it something different in style, you have that option. You have control of your opacity, and you have control over both horizontal and vertical offset. They're very important in case if you're trying to line your character up to the dead center of your world, so that if you're poly modeling, it's easier to pinpoint those certain spots. Depth is in case if something's obstructing your image, you can scroll it forward or backward to your liking to make sure nothing's obstructing. And also you have your flip horizontal, flip vertical, just in case. These are extra features just to have more control of your images. Always visible is exactly as it is. It'll always be in front of whatever object. Lock selection, that stops you from navigating to anything that's going to stop your flow pretty much. So always have this locked. Now, just like from earlier, when we use load/update, this will load the image directly into your scene. Now, in case of your image is not showing up or so, it's in your scene, but it's not showing up, you can actually reload it from disk and that'll restore your image. And also, I added a new button here that's for swap left/right images. I'll demonstrate it for you real quick. So let's just say with our mesh here, we're going to make out the torso of our character real quick. And we're just going to line up and make sure all is perfectly decent. And we're going to make sure it's lined up in the front view also. Perfect. And we'll make a small adjustment here. So now that's enough to get us started. So we're going to exit object mode. And sometimes this can happen depending on your image, but I'll show you. We'll load in our monkey head. And now we're going to check our views just to make sure everything's correct. Oh no, look at that. So we have a little mismatch in our image. So just as I was explaining earlier, I added the swap left/right images, which will correct that. So no more manual editing the images if something was off. Just select this button and it'll correct it right away. Boom. Now, depending on how far you were into your modeling and you just noticed that, you can select your object and this will correct it for you. So you don't have to start over. Hit R, Z, 180, and now your model is in the right direction. And now you don't have to start over. You can just keep on continuing your modeling. All right, and that's pretty much it. So remember, when you need to lock your view, you always have your option to lock it. You can stop locking it, or you can use the shortcut key to lock it. So RefLock Sculpt, link is in the description. If you want to grab it, let me know in the comment section what features you'd like to see added. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.